Hello, and thank you for stopping by yet again another edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Meadow 75. That is a bright light over there by the pool table. And this is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews. And I have an itchy nose. I'm sorry. And today we are definitely discussing a Massachusetts beer from the fine folks at Trillium Brewing Company, located at 369 Congress Street, Boston, Mass., and their headquarters for the brewing, which is 110 Shawmut Road in Canton, Massachusetts, where I acquired this particular beer out of a 32-ounce growler last week. Generating the head a little bit here. This is their India Pale Ale known as Scaled. So this is what I'm drinking right now. Trillium, we all know that. This is a New England style IPA. New England style juice bomb, if you will. Website, trillium-scaled-India-pale-ale. Our first IPA brewed and packaged at our new facility in Canton, Massachusetts. Eldorado, Citra, and Columbus hops create a blast of citrus zest, pineapple, wet earth, and woody aromatics. The flavor brings a pithy bitterness and just a touch of toasted malt. Medium-bodied with a dry, minerally finish. 7% alcohol by volume. They don't tell you, Trillium, anything about IBUs, but this is going to be bitter bomb. They're using two-row barley, white wheat, flaked wheat, dextrin, and C15 malt. And Eldorado, Citra, and CTZ hops. Not sure what it's getting on Beer Advocate. They're giving Scaled A. Let me look for you really fast. 83 from the Bros and a 94 from 491 reviewers. Again, giving it a 94. So the Bros aren't thinking. Okay, the Bros aren't thinking much of it, but let's see if 94 from Beer Advocate's a good rating. Okay, so the look on the Scaled is typical to your New England style juicy, hazy bombs of IPAs and pale ales. Definitely cloudy, definitely hazy, definitely orange juicy, definitely pineapple juice, definitely grapefruit juice, with that nice, fluffy looking bone white head. It looks like a gorgeous beer, the kind of beers that make me excited to drink them. So let's get a nose on the beer. Cheers to Kent Beer Reviews. Oh my goodness, the nose, for me, has got a lot of spicy hop notes. A lot of spice. There's the underlining of the dank, but the dank is not the star of the show. A very, very dry nose. I mean, you're getting a little bit of the malty sweetness, but it's a pretty dry beer overall. Definitely getting lots of pineapple. I would agree with the pineapple, and I would agree with the pithy bitterness to it. And there is a little bit of a toasted, not toasted, but I guess something like that in the malt. It's not overly toasted, but there's a little bit of that, maybe that flaked wheat I'm getting. Definitely has, again, those tropical juice notes of mangoes and pineapple and grapefruit and orange pith. And a little bit spicy and resinous. So cheers, let's drink it. Scaled IPA, 7%, Trillium. Fluffy mouthfeel at first with the flaked wheat and the white wheat malt. They always create such a fantastic and delightful mouthfeel. These things, they can be soft, they can be kind of velvety, kind of smooth. This one, even at being a week old from the growler, it does have some carbonation prickliness to it. It is pretty dry. It's got some dryness and a little bit of a sweet white bready malt as it dries. Pineapple is a great description of the juicy notes. Pineapple, and then there's some of the grapefruit in there. I am getting, again, like in the nose, I am getting a hop zing or a spicy hop zing to it. And right here at the top where the two front teeth are, and you can kind of feel a little bit of a piece of the skin right there that's connected to the teeth. That's where the bitterness it just really latches onto and wants to stay as it gets wringed out. But because of how dry it is, it's not bone dry, but because of how dry it is, it almost commands you to take another sip. Dangerous beer at 7%. It doesn't even taste like it. Although it's not the biggest, I'll be honest with you folks, it's not the biggest hoppy beer from Trillium known to man. I think even Heady Topper, there you go, I think Heady Topper is even a little bit bigger than this. My favorite's still Congress Street as far as IPAs are concerned in the world. But 83 is what the bros give it. It's crisp initially. It dries pretty quick. It's very refreshing. Again, it's not the biggest, most bitter bomb. It's got some light hoppy notes to it. Well, it's got some light body to it, so it keeps with the drinkability. It's got everything you want in a New England style IPA, but it's just a little bit more dry, and the body is a little less than desirable, at least for me. But that keeps the drinkability high, and 7% is on the money, I think. Congress Street's 7.2, which is my favorite, so not really that much difference. Although I think the body in that one's straight up medium. So again, crisp, clean, ultra refreshing, light side of medium. Let's get another sip and let's derive our rating for Scaled from Trillium. I apologize if I sound like I'm rambling here. I don't have my words together. Sometimes it's kind of hard to really put a beer rating into words, or really put the beer into words. There's definitely, as it dries towards the end of this glass, it's definitely giving me much more of the dank, unfiltered notes. I'm definitely getting that unfiltered flavor of the sediment, and I'm definitely getting much more of a big oniony, garlicky, dank note. So towards the end, I think of a glass, I think it does pick up in its body a little bit, which is desirable. For me personally, it's not the greatest Trillium beer, but I would never, did I say never? I would never pass this beer up. I think 83 is a little bit too low from the bros, and I think 94 is just being Trillium generous. I'm going to give this an 88. This is a B+ beer, regardless of it's 88, 87, 86, 89. B+ rating for Trillium Scaled. I think I wish it had a bigger body, a little bit more sweetness, and I think I just wish overall it was a little bit more amped up in its New England style IPA flavors. Although so many beers to choose from when it comes to Trillium Brewing Company out of Canton, Massachusetts, and so many different brands, even probably where Kent Beer Reviews is in the country of the United Kingdom, that make these styles of beer now, that the possibilities and the choices for IPAs and even double IPAs and pale ales are becoming endless. So I'm going to end that review now. Just wanted to let you know really quickly. Recently, as of last week here of the beginning of June, got these two Spiegelau IPA glasses. I got two of them for $12 before shipping on eBay, and they all are one for $10 United States each, so I felt like this was a good deal. This is the glass that was collaborated with Sierra Nevada and Dogfish Head, and the Dogfish Head one has their logo on it. Sierra Nevada's got their logo on it. Costs a little bit more to have their logo on it, I guess, but I guess the idea is that the aromas as you drink it get concentrated up here towards the nose a little bit better. It has room to swirl it so it can open up a little bit. And this part, I guess, when you drink it and you tip the glass back, these ridges here are supposed to help to release more of those volatile aromas and those juicy and tropical fruit notes that you get from IPAs. So haven't really A'd and B'd this glass with a non-IPA glass, but I really am enjoying the IPA glass from Spiegelau, and this is an 88 B+ beer from Trillium, the scaled IPA. Thank you for watching live Kent Beer Reviews, and thank you to everybody else that will watch in the future. Until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. I will see you soon. Go Red Sox from Boston versus the Detroit Tigers.